Good evening. Welcome to Pulse by Bloodline on iEnt Live. My guest this evening is popular thespian, Classic Award winner, Penelope Spencer. Welcome, Penny.
Welcome, thank you very much. This is really a delight to see you in another light.
Girl,
Look
getting
at
at
you.
yes.
Very nice, wonderful.
Okay, so let's start at the top.
Yeah.
Tell me something about you. Where were you born? Where you went to school,
Well,
that kind of thing.
I am a South girl. South girl to my heart. Born and bred and grew up for the majority. Well, till I was about 20 years and I left South. You know.
What is it?
Well, all over, you know, I remember my first memory of San Fernando was in the city, San Fernando, Upper Hillside, near to Hillside Symphony, there's a pan side. Then we moved to Cookie Village, then we moved to Pleasantville, and we were on Russell Street somewhere before that. So, but I am a South girl all over, you know. Our family originally from Siparia, actually, the Spencers.
Okay, and siblings and stuff, brothers,
Yes,
sisters.
I have, there were 8 of us, and 6 boys and 2 girls, and yeah,
And you fit in where?
I am the third to last. Yes.
So you kind of
Yes.
little spoiled, not
Yeah,
too spoiled.
Well, not really. You know, my mother wasn't about spoiling. No. She wasn't about spoiling. You know, it was just I grew up with the last 4 of us grew up together, and the first 4 grew up in different. They went off. They were older, you know. So my mother was a single mother, and she was a struggling mother for a long while. And you know, it wasn't no play. You know, just try and do your best, and you know, do your
So
thing.
no play. So what hobbies you had?
Not
What
play.
were your hobbies?
I mean, no. The thing about it, my mother, when I started to move around the house and kick up and do my dancing and things,
Yeah.
she sent me to Arawak's dance company. So, you know, if you want to do this, go there and do it.
Maybe Torrance.
Yes, with Torrance Muhammad, yes. He's celebrating his many years in dance on the 16th of May. Oh, good, he got away because the new lockdown is up to the 16th of May.
Yeah, he
Yes.
got away. He got away.
He get away. Yes. So yeah, that's how I started off this whole business. I was mashing up glass and throwing down things, always kicking and dancing, and my mother said, "Yeah, no, you go by Torrance." And I spent many years in Arawak's dance company under Torrance Muhammad's tutelage. You know, I never really thought about acting. You know, when I was younger, I never really thought it was going to be a career or anything. I just loved the dance. You know, I did little things, you know, and when I passed SCA, well, common entrance in those days, they just brought in the junior secondary schools, the first year junior secondary schools, and I went to San Fernando East Junior Secondary School. That school was so rich with culture and talent. I mean, we had men like Leon, Lenford Sims was the drama teacher, and I used to talk plenty in school, and my English teacher said, you know what, you go to the drama class. Yeah, go to the drama class, and I went to the drama class, and I auditioned for a play, and I didn't make it. I get blank, that was my determination after that. I went back the next day, and I got a part in it, in the play, and I performed for Schools Drama Festival. But I still didn't think I was being an actress. I would have been an actress. You know, that happened when I was about 15, 16, and I let that go, you know. And after a while, I just dance.
Who you dance with? Always
Arawaks, always Arawaks, yeah.
How did you stream yourself from
Dance
into theater?
Well, because I came to Port of Spain. I always used to come to Port of Spain to do auditions because nothing ever really happened much in San Fernando. You know, we had our dance shows and stuff, but when you have a big play or a big musical, it's Port of Spain, you have to come to audition. So there was this audition for Moon Over a Rainbow Shawl, and that where was dance and acting and singing and stuff in it. And Errol Sitahal was the director. So I came to dance, you know, I came to audition to be a part of the dance chorus. And Errol Sitahal said, no, dancers, I want to hear you all act and singers, I want to hear you all. I want to see all the dance, and he wanted to see what talent other than And I read, and I got one of the real good supporting parts, and that's how I started to streamline into theater. And because once you do something in Port of Spain, you're there, they see your talent, and people gravitate to you. People call you and say, somebody will say, go on. After that, I went to audition for the National Theatre Company, and I worked with Ifibo Wilkinson. I did Ilawa, I did, and then Godfrey Silly saw me in something. And then Raymond Chukang saw me in something that I did for Godfrey. And then that's how it went,
Wow.
It was just, and dance kind of took a back seat, But when a play like America Dance comes along, and even Jane and Dinah, where it involves the three aspects of the arts, dance, singing, and theater.
You call a number of names. In my books, they are some of my favorite directors.
Ifibo Wilkinson.
Ifibo. Jeffrey.
Godfrey Silly.
Chukong, Godfrey Silly. They are my favorites.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are the,
how it was the relationship with, like for instance, between you and Chukong? That seemed to be special.
Yeah. Oh God, Chukong and I so love that man. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
He was such an inspiration and a motivation for me. Because there was a time he and I used to work all the time. We did Chukong and Penny. We did, when he did his one-man show, I was there. I was always there around Chukong. Chukong was like a father, and his ability was phenomenal. His understanding of the craft and understanding and the respect for the craft and understanding humor and his sense of timing. Oh my God, he's like this library of knowledge, theatrical knowledge. That was Chukong. And you just want to get from him, I learned, most of the stuff I learned is from him and seeing him work and the way he worked, Tony Hall too is another one.
Having said that, who are some of the other, give me about three, are the directors who you really...
It would be Ifibo Wilkinson, Tony Hall, and Raymond. Those were the three, well, two of them gone now, but those were the three directors they want to be directed under. You want them to call you. If you hear a play is going on and either one of those people directing, you don't let it call you. Nowadays it's a different thing, but when I was younger, those kind of people are the people that you want, you want to.
Would you consider yourself a movie buff?
Not really, but I wouldn't say no. But I am not into movies because I don't know, I like movies at home. I would stay at home and look at a movie. But to say that go to the cinema once a week, I have friends who are like that.
What are some of your favorite, especially now in these days everybody locked down, you binge watching, some of your favorite movies that your go-to movies?
Yeah, I am a Netflix fan these days. Give me my Netflix. I'm not chilling, but a Netflixing, and they have some really good ones going on now, like I just watched Gina and Georgia is a nice little story about I love family thing. Now I hate anything with murders and
violence
and violence. Since a child I'm like that, So I can't stand the CSI and all of that, that's not my thing. But I mean there are lots of I'm horrible with names by the way. Horrible with names, but there are lots of good movies. Behind Her Eyes, I don't know if you saw that on Netflix. It's a good series, well, of course, the Bridgerton was fantastic, but I don't know if I'm going to look at it now without that reggae guy, the star of it.
What were your favorite actors?
Well, my favorite actors are really Viola Davis. I love Viola Davis.
But Viola kind of recent, back in the day?
Oh, well, Meryl Streep. I love the Meryl Streep. I got hooked on theater looking at Carol Burnett. When I hooked I got hooked on fantasy looking at Carol Burnett. I loved Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett used to do so many characters in one little hour. It was eye opening for me as a, you know, because when I was small I always liked to play parts. You know, I didn't think of acting, but I always be the sweeper lady or the English tush lady, you know, or the lady who you know, bacchanalish, you know. I would always do those things at home and play the fool, you know. Still didn't think I was going to be an actor. But Carol Burnett was the one who opened my eyes to theater and how you could do things and sketch comedy. You know, so she was one on top of my list. Of course, Oprah. I love Oprah and Color Purple. You know, oh my God, I loved this woman in because she's a detective now. Oh gosh, I'm horrible with names. But yeah.
Not Latifah.
No, not Latifah. This one who she had the affair with the young boy in Jamaica. Oh gosh.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. She was one of my. I'm horrible with names. Everybody know it.
What's love got to do with it?
Yes. Tina Turner. That one who did Tina Turner. What's her name?
Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Love her bad. And yeah. So those are the old school ones. But I used to look at people like when I used to look at Oprah's transition from acting to being a business mogul, and that's the kind of inspiration I love, you know, because I never would have thought that I would have had my own little, well, it's not my theater company, but Necessary Arts. I'm running Necessary Arts now, and you know, and we're doing things to stay alive and stay above board. So that kind of work ethics that people like Oprah had is what inspires me.
What do you think needs to be done for Trinidad and Tobago theatre, local theatre, to become more visible and have more impact regionally and internationally?
I always say it's always about your leader, who leading the free. And right now, our leaders are really kind of dormant. I think they're sleeping on the walk.
When you say leaders, you mean leaders
of the the Drama Association.
Okay.
People like that, you know, the people who are supposed to be guiding us as thespians, you know. I think, first of all, we were having this conversation the other day, you know, the strength that theatre had at one time. I mean, remember when they held Mavis John and you know, and Godfrey Steele was the president, and you know, we always had a voice. We were always around. We had Kasika Awards, we had things, and you know, and then the film company came about too, and they would bring in big actors, American actors, to do workshops with us. So all that kind of thing gone, and the way the arts have been treated in this country, I think, by even the government as a secondary.
You're preempted by next question. I was going to ask you, what more can the government or the corporate world do to
I think
propel
both the government and the corporate. I think they take a blind eye to theatre. You know, if it's a calypso show and because that is ours, we're supposed to love soca and I do love soca and I do love a good fete. But that's where they spend their money in fete and bacchanal and you know, to get a little thing from the corporate is like pulling teeth now. And this is a time that we really need that kind of assistance from government, because this whole COVID has affected our industry in the worst way.
So you think that in this time of COVID-19, theatre could be a positive remedial?
Of course it can be, because like I was telling, right now I'm working on a show with Rudy and Cecilia Salazar and Nikki, and I want to take this show. It's such a funny show. We listened last night and we laughing, but we might have to put it off again. But I want this show to go around Trinidad, because we need wellness. We need people to smile, because this COVID is depressing. I want to take it to communities and let them come out and laugh and enjoy the stuff and smile. Because people, and I would love corporate to sponsor. Let's go Mayaro and Shell could sponsor Mayaro to a point, you know, or we go in Shogunas or Shogunas, you know, sponsor a day, just pay for tickets for your community. You know, we do 2-3 days down there and let people smile. So theater could bring back people's smile in this country. We have done it before. When people want good entertainment, they gravitate to the plays.
Yeah.
You know, they see expert performances. They see, you know, real professional, and theater could help. Theater could help in this.
Well, theater is, should I say, Carnival is theater,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And given the way how things are going, it might be some time before we have Carnival as we know
I
it.
know.
So I know you're a Carnival baby.
Yes, I am.
So tell me something about your participation in Carnival.
Well, as when I came to Port of Spain, my friend was Myron Ali.
The late
Myron Ali, my best friend. She was like my sister. And she introduced me to Phase 2. She introduced me to Minshell. And she introduced me to Carnival. And I love Carnival. Carnival is in my blood, is in my spirit. And just, it is so depressing to see what this COVID has done to our Carnival and our mass as it is. I mean, it was nice that, you know, the people did some attempt of doing some Carnival, like...
Well, it didn't compensate.
No, it was horrible. Not horrible, I suppose it was good. But I didn't feel anything, you know. It was sad. And being a Carnival person, I feel like a part of me that's been gone and taken away, you know. I feel that we need that kind of entertainment, Trinis, where it's controlled in a controlled environment, of course, with all the procedures, all the COVID protocols working. But we need to get back. We have to do something.
Some semblance or
we have
something.
to do something because we can't, you know, businesses can't open. We can't go on the beach. We can't do this. We can't do that. You know, if we could have a space where we could enjoy.
And this restrictions, I mean, have tightened up. Yeah, they extended
the 16th.
You know?
And it's the things that could make our people happy and smile and things as if they're taking it, or other than the COVID doing it, the sponsors, the government, they're not taking out the advantage of us.
Yeah. What's your favorite portrayal in Carnival? Plain Mass. Which one do you enjoy the most?
Oh gosh, Juve.
You like Juve?
I love Juve. At Tricanal, Juve is like heaven. Every year I just look up to the heaven and I thank God for Juve. I think Juve is like the best part of Carnival.
Yeah.
That dawn, that awakening, that greeting of the whole Carnival and everybody seeing each other coming out from the darkness and the light. I am a Juve child.
A Juve person.
A Juve, love Juve.
Okay, so we have reached the part of the conversation that I like to. My favorite part actually. I call it blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
It's a trivia section.
Yes.
I ask you a question about something. You can either say one or the other.
Okay.
You make a choice, right? So you ready?
Yes. Who good?
Saltfish or smoked herring?
Saltfish.
Tulum or sugar cake?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Tulum.
David Rudder or Black Stallion?
Nah, man. Nah, man. You overdoing that thing, man. Nah, man.
Make a pick.
Nah, man.
Give me a pick. Which one?
David,
okay.
David.
Christmas or Carnival?
Who good one to you?
I mean,
who beat you with a broom? It's a beat you with a cookie broom, you know. Christmas. I am born on the 24th of December, yeah?
So that's Christmas.
That's Christmas.
And you just say a Carnival girl.
I am a Carnival.
You had to pick one.
No, I know. Wow, that's a difficult one. I did a play for Peter Lewis on that topic once, you know, which one is best, Christmas or Carnival. I would say Carnival.
Country life?
Jesus, don't strike me down.
Country life or city life?
City life till I'm 72. And then I want country.
Maracas or Miaro?
Ooh, maracas.
Bikini or bathsuit?
But this age? bath suit with shawl and wrap, all kind of wrap.
This one you got to love. Cecilia Salazar or Nikki Crossman.
Don't you dare. I am not getting my foot in that one. Not. Hello. They're two my darlings.
Then you love the next one as well.
Ah?
You love the next one as well.
What's the next one?
Freetown Collective or Tricanal?
Nah, that one easy. That is Tricanal. I'm a Tricanal baby. Tricanal for sure. Tricanal for sure.
Mass or theatre?
Theatre. Definitely theatre. Because I could do without Carnival Tuesday if I have to. I love my Carnival, but I love theatre more.
See, you've answered. Yeah, you've come to it. Your pressure is good.
Yes. You're trying to get me murdered by these two women.
You know, and the two of them.
Hello, and their birthdays are like 1 day apart. So it's like, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. But I love them both.
I love both of them as well.
Yeah. My darlings.
COVID-19. I know it's been negative. Tell me some of the negatives. How it really affected theatre, the actresses, the actors, the directors, the writers. You know.
One thing, I suppose theatre never give up your day job. There are lots of us who have day jobs and they work 8 to 4 and they are thriving. Well, they're working, they're existing. I mean, Nikki does her radio, Richard has his law practice, well, not his law practice, he works for the law, and he has his radio. You know, Deborah is a teacher. A couple others, they have jobs. Ria is a teacher. But people like Cecilia and I, this is all we do, you know. So we were in a crunch for a while, you know, don't know what to do. Because I didn't even have my necessary arts classes. I just restarted them. And so we decided that we're going to have PC comedy, where we did with OMG and Stephen Dubal. And we got a little play financially with the first one, and then the second one we got nothing. We got almost nothing. We got a little help from corporate, you know, to come. Massey and Carib helped us a lot, and we thank them for that. You know, they did a little thing. They gave us a little donation, but then people didn't. The crowds didn't donate after we did the second one. The first one was well funded by people, and people gave and stuff all over the world. And then then Richard and they started to do a play at the Queen's Hall, Half House, and then people were afraid to come out. So that play, you know, didn't do too well. So theatre has been it's been very awkward for us. People doing whatever we could do now to make extra money. I know Cecilia selling soup, you know. So I started back my drama classes. But as an actor, you feel like something missing in you.
Yeah,
you know,
I can imagine.
It's sad that we can't be able to exercise our craft.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad that people can't come out and appreciate our stories.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been very sad and very, very, very depressing. Depressing.
In this time of COVID-19, what have you learned most about yourself?
That I have no idea about technology. Oh, no. I don't know technology. I am horrible at technology, but aside from that, you know, I learned to slow down and rest. I mean, I got really sick during this, around the Carnival time. I got really sick. I couldn't move too much. I was tired. I was tired often, and I was then I would just start to puke for no reason, and you know, I was sick. And then I went to my doctor, and she said that my blood count was so low. It was like, your blood count supposed to be 12 cells, mine was like 6, and they were enlarged and things. So and she told me I had to rest. I had to rest.
You had to rest more?
Yeah, I had, but she gave me my blood count was always. Well, I wasn't resting. Even though I was home, you know, you're home, COVID, you clean out, you do everything, you try to, you know.
I hope you have been resting.
Yeah, so I have been resting. So that's what COVID taught me to rest, to take your time, you know. But it is not going to put me down. I'm not going to, because I still working with my children on Zoom, you know, and it's hard to work on Zoom with theater, but I still have to work, and that's what it also taught me, that no matter what's going on.
Which brings me to my next question. Tell me something about Necessary Arts. How it was formed, why it was formed, what has been happening with the past year with Necessary Arts and COVID-19. What is the future for Necessary Arts?
Well, Necessary Arts, okay, well, let me start at the top. Necessary Arts is really Naima Thompson's vision. Naima Thompson is a Trinidadian who went to college in the States. And while she was in college, she was working with Boys Harbor, which is an institution that would do after school, you know, programs where you could go and do either whatever. And she decided she wanted to do something like that. So she opened up Necessary Arts in New York. And when she finished college, she came back to Trinidad because she was done up there. And she wanted to do the same thing because we had that same latchkey children. You know, after school they have nothing to do. They take the key from that left under the mat, and they would go to watch TV. That's all children were doing a lot of children were doing for a while, and maybe still is. And she opened up Necessary Arts. She got the building on Donald Street. She rented it, and was so fortunate. The people who owned that building, their daughter wanted to do an art school there, and their daughter died. So when Naima came to them with this idea, they loved us. I mean, they loved her, and so Naima asked Lydia Ledgerwood, a school, they all went to St. Francois Girls, and they opened Necessary Arts. And then a year after, Lydia Ledgerwood told Naima about me. She didn't know me at all. And my work with little children, because I work with juniors a lot. And I joined the company after that, and so 3 of us would run it for a while. And so we have been going on for nearly 22 years, because it was opened in 2002. That's when we started running the school. And we have been doing cycles after cycle where we would ask corporate to sponsor some kids. And corporate used to come through for us, you know, because we had at-risk children. We had worked with a lot of children who were in the homes. We brought them in and we mixed them with children from proper homes. And you know, that program went on for years. We did video production, we did dance, we did music, we did pan, we did batik, we did all kind of things in that one building, that little orange building on Donald Street. And after a while, Naima and Lydia they used to work with the international school. They still do. Well, Naima does, to a certain extent. And they went to China and Vietnam, and they were out there. And I said, don't close down the school. I will keep running it, you know. So at least I curtailed it a little bit, and I only focus on drama. So the school been going on. And then when this COVID hit, it's like, because we're renting the building, it's not our building, we don't own the building. So we have to still pay rent, and we still pay, you know. And we have a lovely committee, a fundraising committee. I love them too bad. We got together and we did a nice curricule, and that helped us. And then we wrote letters to people like Shell. We did letters to everybody asking for some kind of assistance. But what we gave them with that assistance is, whatever you help us with, we would give 3 or 4 children a scholarship. And some people, Shell came through for us, Nationals Lottery came through. So that helped us to bring students in this term. So we did Zoom classes, and they almost be supposed to have our graduation Monday, but because of the COVID, you know, because I didn't want to expose the children to anything unnecessary. And even though they said the theaters are open and we could still go ahead, I was wondering if the theater open and the whole audience come outside, what they will do? They could lock them up because there's too many people. Yeah. You know, so all of these things that you're trying to work out in your mind, how this will operate. And it's even sad, it's depressing. But Necessary Arts, we holding strong. I mean, if we have to do more fundraising, we have to do more fundraising because it's over a year now. You know, and we made it through the year, thank God, knock wood. And because a lot of people closed down. I know some dance company closed down. I wonder what's going on with Noble, because she has, we have few children's theater in Trinidad or dance company in Trinidad.
What advice would you have for young people wanted to become actors in Trinidad?
What advice I would tell them?
Yeah, young people.
Get in there. Get in there. Don't think that theater is for only a suit. I mean, long time people didn't come to theater because they thought it was a sort of affluent kind of setting that theater was about. Theater is not about that. Theater is for every and anybody. And what I would tell young people, go in there, ask producers, ask directors, ask people how you could get into it. Go to the National Drama Association. This there, I mean, you could ask them questions. They're always willing to answer, I suppose. And I would tell young people, don't say no. If you want to be an actor and they ask you to stage manage, stage manage. Do ushering, do whatever, any part of the theater, do it. Experience it, understand it. I know people who were stage managers and they end up being actors on the stage, and vice versa. I mean, Deborah Buku Mason is one of the best stage managers too. She's a good stage manager as well as an actor. I mean, I always say I will do hair and makeup, I like that kind of thing. But it is important that you experience every aspect of the theater.
Yeah.
I would tell young people, don't say no. Well, within limits, I mean, I don't want you to go and sacrifice your soul. But somebody asks you to do something in the theaters, run it, experience it. Say yes, it might not be what you plan to do, but you never know in this business. Yeah. You never know. You might end up being a writer. Somebody asks you to write something. I didn't start off as a writer. I started off as an actor. But now I write, now I direct, now I produce, now I do casting. Oh Lord, I forget something. I do casting for different things, So my advice to young people is to expose yourself to all the aspects of theater. Don't be shy, get in there. When I started theater, I hardly had money because I was a single mother myself. My mother in my ears, you have to find a job, you have to find a job. And I still wanted to do theater, so I would go on the bypass and mop a drop to go down to Port of Spain from San Fernando because I had $10 on me. And that $10 was to come back home because I can't mop a drop in the night. And I used to take risky chances just for this love of this. If you really want it, and understand the commitment that theater demands.
Yeah.
Theater demands a certain kind of commitment, and that's why people would say a long time, I only seen one set of faces on the theater. I only seen one set of faces. Only Richard Penny and Nikki and only acting. But young people would come and all these rehearsals, it would be the demands of theater. They couldn't take it on. They couldn't take it on. Yeah, they couldn't take it on.
I saw that you, Nikki and Cecilia, doing a new production,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Threesome Foursome.
Threesome Foursome with
but
Rudy.
now with these restrictions,
yes,
I guess that will have to be pushed back.
Pushed back again because we were supposed to open the end of April.
Yeah.
And we were going then. Yesterday we said we were going to open Mother's Day.
Yeah.
But now with this new restriction, I don't know what's going to go on.
It looks as if it's going to be Father's Day.
Further back Father's Day. But whenever we get the time to do it, will be one of the best theatrical comedy
I cannot
experiences.
wait to see this.
It'll be so funny.
I've been hearing about it.
Yeah, we doing it and we laughing still.
Yeah.
That kind of way, so you know something is
Threesome
of quality.
Foursome.
Threesome Foursome. Threesome Funsome.
Funsome.
Yes, it's original work. It's Cecilia and I again, because we did PC Comedy 1, PC Comedy 2, we said, Penny, we had to do something else.
Yeah.
So then we called on Rudy, and then so we can't call Rudy and not call Nikki, and we called Nikki, and so we doing. And Nikki making a guest appearance, right? She just doing one of the pieces, but it's going to be so fun. Okay. And then Rudy is doing all these different characters, and we are all doing different characters, so it is going to be really funny. And we're touching on topical thing that what we in Trinidad dealing with right now,
Well, Penny, I must thank you.
Yes.
Very much for being my guest today.
Yes.
It has been wonderful.
Yes.
But, however, I just have one final question for you.
Okay.
What's in the future for Penelope Spencer?
everything. I want to do everything. I can't wait to travel. I can't wait for the world to be exposed to Trinidad talents. I can't wait to work on a stage again and rehearse and an audience in front of me. Penelope Spencer, I want to keep teaching children and making, nurturing talent. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to get a bigger space. You know, if anybody out there, you want to invest in a theatrical person who works with children and want to make my space and, you know, bigger. Yeah. I want that. I want to work and you see, it's so gratifying to see children, talented children, just doing what you teach them, and you know they growing, and they I just did a little thing with the Bocas ladybug and the fight for the ladybug. I'm so horrible with names. But when I saw those children, I've been teaching them for a year or so, and then I see them children, they working and they acting. I said, oh Lord, you feel like a mother. Yeah. You know, look at my babies, how they're growing, how they understand interpretation, understand levels. You know, so it's so humbling to see the work that you put out, and it's rewarding to see them doing it. Yeah. You know?
Well, yeah. Penny, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I have been speaking with Penelope Spencer, Cassie Award winner, actress, writer, producer, wannabe makeup artist, and hairdresser. And you have been watching at Pulse by Bloodline on iEnt Live.